It was
That's
really,
awesome.
it was really funny.
Have you ever seen that like really stupid fucking Casper TV show where like he's like in school or whatever?
I
It
did,
was like
yeah.
3D. You did? Dude, I like watched all that as a kid for
I'm
some
pretty
reason.
sure
I
I
have
watched
no
all that.
fucking idea
I
why.
was a little bit too old to be
That
watching all that. I was like 12 when that came out. I was like, I like Casper.
I was also I feel like I was also too old to be watching it at the time when I finally saw it, but like
Dude, I'm
that's such a
telling
weird
you.
show. I remember hating that show kind of, but I remember liking it enough to watch all of it.
Dude,
I
I'm
don't know, it was
telling you.
weird.
If there's anything in the world I know more than... So, like, Crash Bandicoot is one of the things I know a lot about. Metal Gear Solid is the thing I know a lot about.
And then
I,
Casper the Friendly Ghost. That's
Casper
awesome.
is one of the most unknowable things that I know the most about that I don't ever tell anyone. But I know a
You can tell
fucking...
me.
I know
I'm
a
curious.
weirdly obsessive amount of stuff about Casper.
Like development history and like
Well,
his creation.
not as much about stuff like that. Just like more so like his like animation and film history. I never like got too because like
Oh.
so I never looked too deep into it because I was never, like when I got older and like got interested in that stuff. Like I was more interested in like knowing about like Satoru Iwata than like the person who made the Casper direct to DVD stuff that I watched as a kid.
Yeah.
But what I do know is that Casper was like a 1940s comic, I think. And then it
Huh.
became like a show in the 1950s by like one of those like weird studios that made like like one of those millions that went bankrupt in like 3 years. But like the character was popular
Yeah.
for like a very short amount of time.
Yeah.
So like Casper, and then like Casper came out in the 90s. And that kind of reinvigorated because Casper wasn't seen for a very long time. So that was like the beginning, one of the beginnings of that big trend of live action. I know more about this stuff in the film sense. So this
Huh.
like the Flintstones movie that was a huge hit. So that kind of led to a big resurgence of like live action cartoon movies. As you know, the McDonald's McRib.
Have, yeah, I was about to say I mean if you like watched like a random video of like the McRib because we watched like that stupid fucking like Spider-Man meme with
Yeah.
fucking because we just had it like in the recommendations like a video of like the McRib or some shit and we just watched it. I was like,
Hmm.
the fucking Flintstones is responsible for the fucking McRib.
Mm-hmm. That
That's
movie is
awesome.
where the McRib started.
Yeah, I thought that was the funniest thing I've heard.
That movie is a weirdly fucking huge hit. I don't know why. I mean, I don't even think that's a bad movie. It's just like why was
It
a
doesn't seem like a bad movie. It just
why
seems weird.
why was a Flintstones movie big back then? Or maybe no, I think the Addams Family was the big one that did that. Because like the Addams Family was the old
Hmm.
property that was a comic, and then it became a cartoon, and then it was a live action show. And they made the movie, and the movie was a big hit. And they're like, we had the Flintstones, and they did because the Flintstones were a family, and like, oh, but they're Stone Age, so that's kind of quirky. So they let's get John Goodman, let's get the guy from Ghostbusters, let's get Rick Moranis, let's get the guy from Twin Peaks, let's get Halle Berry and make her naked in the movie. She didn't get
Oh.
naked, but she was in a bikini, and it was kind of hot.
Ah.
Halle Berry was pretty sexy. I'm not gonna lie. She's probably the only woman I ever found. She's probably the only woman I ever found attractive. It's true.
I want to say something gross, but I'm not going to.
You say it.
Uh,
Say it, Nimble.
uh, fuck. You wanted that Ugsy, that caveman Ugsy.
Uh, that is really gross. It is funny. Caveman Oogsy. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. She was like hot as hell in that movie. Like she's like literally smoking on screen. It's weird.
This is the most I've ever seen you attracted to a woman in my entire life. This
Yeah.
is really funny.
There's a couple women that are attractive, but like they're pretty. But like these, I don't know. There's something about Halle Berry I really like. She's like kind of sassy, and she's like,
Oh, that you know what? That makes sense. That makes sense with you,
why?
because you typically like girl characters who are kind of like more meaner, like sassy. So it would make sense that you would have a kind of a type for that
Yeah,
if you would.
I like sassafras. I like people that can bounce off of me.
Hmm.
Bounce back and forth. A lot of people are really boring.
That is true. That's
Very,
why I don't talk to many people.
yeah, there's very few people in my life that I'm like, you know what? I got a good rapport with them.
Hmm.
Like when I talk to you, I
I'm
don't.
lucky to be one of them.
Yeah, like when I talk to you, I don't really think I'm not like nervous. You know, I feel like me and you could talk about a lot, and it's not like awkward or anything.
Yeah.
Usually, sometimes I say funny jokes, but
Sometimes you do.
but you know what I mean. And there's other people in your life. You're like, you know, voice call with them like one on one for like a few minutes. And you're like, because you're like your mutual friend that you connect with, like goes BRB, and then like, you're one on one with them. You're like, how are you today? How's the weather? Great.
Look, it's the Invader Zim house.
Oh
No
wow,
way.
wow, another Easter egg. I think people thought, I think kids find this like, oh my god, they're referencing Zim, that means yes, to be playable. And people are like playing this game like over and over, 100% like multiple times, changing their name to Zim
Yeah.
on the save state or something. God
Yeah,
bless
stuff
you.
like that. Sorry, I sneezed. Yeah, that was my bad. Oh my god, I'm getting to
Bless
sneezes
you.
now, I guess.
You just said God. You said my bad. You don't have to feel bad for sneezing.
Ugh. Oh, I thought I died. Never
God
mind.
bless you. What was I talking about though? Ugh,
Oh my god,
man,
we
that's
spat like
crazy.
everywhere. Oh fuck.
You used to pat so hard, your fucking controller got disconnected.
Oh my god. Oh, is my controller near deaf? I can plug it in. Yeah, it's near deaf.
Are you on Wi-Fi? What? That's crazy.
No, it just needs a.
Not
I just
Wi-Fi,
need to get my,
Bluetooth.
my power cord.
Oh, Nimble.
What?
What was I talking about?
You're talking about how you're comfortable talking to people like me.
Oh yeah, but what was I about before that though? There's something that was going on like a
You're
rant.
talking about Flintstones movies and Casper and the filmography.
Oh yeah, because I was going on about Casper. That was it.
Yeah.
You know, Casper, the friendly ghost, the friendliest ghost you'll see. Da, 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 da. So it goes something like that. But then a few years later, Casper came out, and guess what? Who was in that? Christina Ricci from the Addams Family movies, and she's playing a goth kind of role again.
Crazy.
It has Bill Pullman from Independence Day, which was a huge hit for some reason. Yay! And that was a big hit. It was a good kids movie. I used to have a huge crush on, not a huge crush. I used to like Christina Ricci as a kid, too. No, but you'll get to know me.
I'll get to know you, alright.
When you get to know me, you'll know I do find a few women attractive, but not a lot. But I definitely have a type.
Alright, I'm plugging my controller into my computer with a wire, so hopefully it stays alive.
That's good. But that was when I was a kid.
Yeah, I get that. There's
But yeah, after Casper won, they made the direct-to-video sequel, Casper, A Friendly Beginning.
But they're just telling me to make sure to bring the cat in later.
Okay. That's good, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, there's Casper Friendly Beginning with some kid, some boy, and it was like about Casper right when he died, so it was like a prequel to the first movie.
Huh.
So it was like Casper right when he died, he befriended some boy, and Steve Gutenberg was in it right before his career died. And then, Kibosh was in it, which was an original creation, and then, after that, it was Casper meets Wendy, which, by the way, do you know who Hilary Duff is, Nimble?
I've heard of her name, yeah.
That was the first movie ever with Hilary Duff. That was her introduction, was Casper meets Wendy.
That's sick.
And I'm pretty sure I've referenced that movie a lot, because I think I used to watch that one the most, because when I was a kid, I used to love Hilary Duff. because she was on one of my favorite Disney shows. She was, or actually one of my only Disney shows I liked, because I didn't really like a lot of Disney sitcoms because they're always romance filled. Because like as a kid, Nickelodeon was comedy sitcoms, Disney was romance ones. So it's like I'm staying away. But what I did like was I did like Lizzie McGuire because that one was more comedy focused, and Hilary Duff was the main star of that. I was like, you know what, Hilary Duff, I really like her. She's nice. She's funny. I still like a lot of girly things as a kid, I've noticed. It explains a lot about me as a person. But,
I liked a lot of girly stuff too, so that's fair.
You know, I was around a lot of girls, though.
Yep.
I also didn't have a dad growing up, so, like, everybody in my family was girls besides my, boy cousin and my grandpa and my uncle and my other cousin. Like, I had an aunt, I had two great-grandmas. It was fun. Those are the good old days. But anyways, back to Casper. I keep getting off sidetracked by family stuff because Casper reminds me of so much, just because it's so tied to everything. But I'm pretty sure I've memed that George Hamilton is the main villain in that movie, and I remember there was an episode of SpongeBob that parodies him called George Mamilton or something. And he's like a seal as like spray tan. Is that episode where SpongeBob's trying to get into that club and you have to be a certain tan? That's George Mamilton. In real life, his name is George Hamilton. And the only thing I've ever seen George Hamilton in, the only reason I knew who that was because of Casper Meets Wendy. I was like, that's fucking funny as shit because it's Casper. That guy was like just some fucking random rich dude. I don't even think that guy was like much of an actor.
Too.
I really was a long time ago. I don't know, he's kind of like Ronald Reagan was an actor. Like he was like kind of a B-list actor that nobody really knew. C-list.
Yep.
But yeah, and then after Casper Meets Wendy they made a cartoon Christmas one, which introduced the anti-Casper.
The anti-Casper?
Or like I forget his name, but he has like freckles and like a red nose for some reason. But just like he's like another boy, and he talks like this, not like that. Sorry, I don't know why I did Russia. He talks like a gangster basically, or a mafia guy. He's like a guy from Jersey maybe. It's like, hey yo, Casper, it's me, Casper, it's me. He talks like that.
That's funny. That is a very strange choice to make.
Or maybe something like that. I don't know. It's like, Casper, you see, it's me and you, right? It's me and you. Yeah, he talks like that. He's like, me and you, all right? It's me and you. That's like an Italian, like a mafia guy.
Why did everybody have like a weird evil double, and it was always like the weirdest fan?
I don't know. To be fair, Casper, he was in the 1950s cartoon, that character. He's actually from the comics, I think.
Fair.
But he was in that Christmas special, and then I think he was later in Casper Scare School in a couple episodes, I think, actually.
I might remember
he wore like a hat. He wore like a bowler hat thing. But, and then they made and that was the Christmas movie that kind of led into Casper Scare School, I think, because that one was kind of animated in a similar way. And the Casper Scare School was not like on a lower budget, but I think they made a Casper Scare School movie, like a TV movie, and that was like basically the pilot for the show, and they made the show. And then Casper hasn't been seen since.
That's strange. Did the company that he was owned by like die or something, or like did his like
no.
IP get like eaten up by something else?
Probably that maybe, but it's probably just because they stopped being popular.
Maybe, yeah.
I mean, they were writing that all that was writing off of one movie that came out back in 1997. And there was a 90s cartoon, too, that I've heard was pretty good that was based on the movie. It was like a follow-up to the movie, and it had like Christina Ricci and like Bill Pullman's character in it and stuff. Which I need to watch that one day, because I'm interested. So that one probably actually... Because that one was kind of like story-driven, I think, which maybe was interesting. But I don't know. I always liked Stinky the best, though, because he was funny. He's like, "Eee, phew," and he'd fucking fart and shit, and you're like, "That's funny as fuck." And the fat one would be like, "Oh." Do you know who the original voice of Kibosh was?
Who?
Guess an actor. Somebody you wouldn't expect. Say something random from a big action movie franchise. It's like popular for like one of the most well known ever.
Fuck. What's that one guy who's like family? Like, who's that one guy again?
Vin Diesel?
Vin Diesel. I was just gonna say Vin Diesel.
No, 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 not him. Somebody older than him.
Fuck.
I'll give you a bigger hint. Star Wars.
Can I just say like a character and then I could just
Just don't say
say
the
like the actor that played them?
you don't have to say the actor. Just say the name of or just say the name of the character. Star
Was it
Wars.
George Hamill or something?
No, no, no. George Hamilton was from. Oh, Mark Hamill. What you're talking about? No, 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 not Mark Hamill. He did voice the Joker though.
Whoever played. That's true. Fuck. They were in Star Wars. Was it the person that played Obi-Wan?
No. It's like a very, very iconic voice. Very iconic.
No way, it's Yoda. No way, it's the guy who played Yoda.
It's not. It's not Yoda, but it's somebody just as iconic as Yoda.
Free CPO?
No. Who's the main villain of Star Wars?
Jar Jar? I'm kidding.
Yeah,
Darth Vader?
Darth Vader.
That's funny.
Yeah. Sorry, what was I talking about again? My brain's not working anymore.
You're talking about like the Casper TV show, and you just asked me like, "Oh, you bet you can't guess who was in that or something."
Oh, Kibosh. Kibosh was voiced. That's in the first movie, the Friendly Beginning, with Steve Guttenberg. James Earl Jones voices Kibosh in that. I don't think he ever does it again, but just in that. You know what's pretty weird? It's in the first Casper movie. He for some reason, there's a part where he becomes human for a second because like Christina Ricci like wishes for it like in the moonlight or some fucking dumb shit they made up. I don't remember. It was something stupid.
I wish she was real.
Something like that. It was like, I wish I could touch you once. And then, like, a boy came out. It was Devon Siwa. And in the... And every time he goes to a convention, he's credited as being a character in Casper. But you know what I found out? Was he only played Casper in that one fucking scene. Just that 1 second. And they said, oh, look, it's Casper. And it's like, it's a Casper reunion. And I'm like, that's the scene where they, like, kiss or something. And it's like... I guess?
That's really funny.
But it's like less than a minute long. Maybe a minute at most.
You know what?
But there's another... There's another... Sorry. Go on.
No, you can continue. Go on.
Yeah.
You're really into this.
Yeah. There's another little boy that voiced Casper. He's a little boy. He voiced Casper. And nobody knows what he looks like. He probably doesn't get any credit for it. But they're probably like, oh, that little boy's not that good looking. And they got Devon Sawa for one scene to steal all his credit. And now this guy's probably like, this guy's probably working in like a warehouse somewhere, making beer, fucking any money, because nobody knows he's Casper! He's Casper! Justice for him!
Justice for him.
Let's look him up. I'm gonna look up, what's his name?
I was gonna say, like, maybe he was one of those fans where people were like... I was gonna say for, like, the whole, like, oh, like, actor, like, is showing up at a panel, and they're like, oh, yeah, I play this role. Because, like, when I think about, like, that kind of stuff, I'm always like, maybe they've just done so much stuff in their career that they just don't fucking remember. They just don't remember all of it.
Maybe.
So they're like, oh, yeah, I was Casper. I was all of Casper. But they don't remember it because they were so young. Or it happened so long ago.
Yeah, maybe. Let's see. This guy is. Wait, hold up.
Because there was like a review I found. I was talking to you about it when I was doing the Max and Ruby stuff, but like, not review. It was an interview with like the original voice of Ruby. And she didn't and like fuck, what's her name again? I gotta look it up real quick, my phone at least. But I remember she was like, she didn't remember how long she played the character for, and the person who was even interviewing didn't even realize because of how the crediting works on the show, because the show had really horrible credits, because they had like basically every season had its own version of like a credit sequence, but it would play for like every episode, so people who would play like side characters wouldn't get credited for some reason, and so like even like one-time actors don't really get to like show up in the credits for some reason. But I just remember because in the interview they were like, "Hey, I remember you were." They bring up Ruby as one of her roles, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I played her in like season 1." But like, no, you played her also in season 2. Like for the majority of season 2, you were also Ruby, but just some of it was taken over by like a different actor who was the famous like British person.
Hmm.
Let me look it up. It's like
Joe Biden?
it's Katie Griffin. That's who it was. Yep,
Ooh.
that's who it was.
Katie Griffin.
Not
No.
really. She's in a few things. She was in Totally Spies. She was in the English dub of Sailor Moon as one of the major characters.
Oh, yeah. You know me, I'm a big Sailor Moon fan, Nipple.
I only know this because I watched the interview. Okay, I would have not known that. I know my sister is a big Sailor Moon person, or at least was when she was younger.
Maybe she still is, you never know. She's probably nostalgia for it, at least. She got her a Sailor Moon gift for her
Probably.
birthday.
For sure.
Yeah, my brother really likes a lot. He really loves Cars.
Cars are pretty cool.
And like Cars the movie.
I mean, fair enough.
I mean, is this the end of the game?
Yeah, we just beat the game. Sorry, I didn't mention it.
Oh,
But
shit.
yeah, we won.
I wasn't even paying attention.
It's fine. The final boss is kind of boring, anyways.
Why is Sandy naked now?
I don't know. She's on land. She doesn't need to breathe.
You know,
With
she's
the
wearing,
helmet
why
on.
is she wearing the suit the whole time then? Did she just like strip naked like for the? She's like, finally we won the game. She starts stripping slowly. She's like, here's your reward, boys. Yeah.
That's
Like,
awful.
why don't you just do it now?
I don't know.
It was somebody in the game like, please, someone make Sandy naked in this one scene, please.
I have no idea. I know she has like, she does have a costume because every character has a costume. Well, the playable ones.
What the fuck was
But,
Jimmy? Why the fuck were Jimmy and Squidward on there? What the fuck did they do? They did jack shit.
I don't know. Like every Nicktoon who appeared physically in this game was a chosen one for some reason, even though some of them didn't do jack fucking shit.
It's like putting Adolf Hitler on like Mount Rushmore. What the hell did he do to get up there? He didn't do jack shit. He didn't help at all, really. He just yelled at us. He actually made things worse. By the way, I looked it up. Apparently there's no real reason why they didn't just use the voice actor. They just didn't feel like it.
That is very strange.
But you voiced him in the cartoon, but they didn't bring him back for any of the other Casper stuff. Like after the cup. Oh, Nolan North was in that.
Huh. That's funny.
Dude, Tomar is playing Resident Evil Requiem.
Requiem?
Requiem.
Requiem. I love when Geoff Keighley revealed it, and he was like, Requiem, and I was like, wow, you can really speak like a little baby, can't you?
I want Miss Piggy. That's what he started doing.
Yeah.
Miss Piggy started masturbating.
I still find that scene hilarious that he had Miss Piggy on there, and he was like, yes, I want Miss Piggy to specifically flirt with me, and I want to flirt back with her. That is what I want to do on my game show.
Honestly,
It's
it's kind of hot. I'd do the same thing. I do the same thing.
I was
By the way, Miss Piggy
literally
is number 3.
Miss Piggy's number 3. I just remember like talking about it with friends, and I was like, it's so funny to me because like he's basically trying to like pull like a power move, like, yes, I get to flaunt that I'm rich, I'm successful, I get to fuck Miss Piggy, and you don't get to do that with your life. Fuck you. Anyways, that's a funny way to end the game on.
How show Jeff Gilly? Instead, I'm Jeff Hudson. At least my Jeff spelled normally. Who the fuck pronounces Jeff with a G-E? Come on!
That's true.
Only Geoffrey, the giraffe from Toys R Us, gets that. Well, I guess that's the end of Nicktoons. Then what are your final thoughts on this game? As we stare into the purple butthole void.
I might maybe I'll record like a little bit of stuff for you, like just of me getting stuff that I didn't grab, and then we can have like one like final like little hurrah with like all the bonus levels. But
If you want to.
uh, yeah, I wouldn't mind.
Sure.
Uh, damn, I have every fucking costume that isn't a fucking SpongeBob character. That's great, awesome.
5 o'clock and da more.
I think this is a pretty alright game. I think it has flaws. There's a reason why it's not really my favorite because I feel like I like Toybots more as more of a game as an experience and as like a challenge because that game has more trial and error to it, but it's fun. This one's pretty. It's fine. It's neat. It has some neat aspects. I like the atmosphere a lot. They did a really good job at creating I think a neat little set piece for the game to take place in. It definitely does hinder on not being the best in terms of a crossover aspect between like what for like Nickelodeon as like a brand. It's like it's SpongeBob, it's Danny and fucking Timmy, and then like everyone else is from fucking SpongeBob and Danny's world, so it doesn't really fucking matter. But like I've. I feel like it would have just benefited maybe for being a little longer, then it maybe could justify itself a little bit more for like using like 6 characters or whatever, but
Yeah.
it's still it's a neat experience. I think
It
at
seems
least in
okay.
itself, and yeah, and plus it did bring in the gameplay that I feel like was
Like,
needed for the series after Unite because this is the kind of style that works I think a lot better than Unite does. At least in terms of how they ended up handling it.
to me, it seems
I
like it
think Unite
does.
conceptually,
It's a bit more
yeah,
quick. It's not as like drawn out. Um,
yeah.
Honestly, I kind of wish I played it with you. Because like to me, I kind of droned out at the end there, and I wasn't paying attention to anything. I feel like if I was playing, I would have been like paying more attention because I was like, oh wait, I was just going on a long rant about Casper the Friendly Ghost and like ranting about other shit at
It's
the same
fine.
time, and I was like, oh wait, was that the final boss? That guy doesn't look like that guy looks final boss-ish, and you're like, yeah, that's the final boss. I was like, oh, I wasn't even paying attention to what the fuck
That
was
was
going
kind of my
on.
fault.
That's
I knew
that's all good.
I should have said something, but yeah. Hey, you could always play the GBA version of this game. I can watch you play it. It's a
Yeah,
good one.
yeah.
It's kind of no. I like the GBA version. It's like a good platformer game. It's pretty good. I like that one.
Has anybody ever done that like on like a live like on a like a Let's Play channel? Have they ever done like a
I
console
think
and
I've
a
seen a
handheld
vlog.
version?
I don't know. Maybe you can be the first, maybe to find out.
I
Who knows?
feel like most people don't really like games that much to do that, but maybe somebody does. It's always
I would just say
like I feel like
I
Ding
suggest
Dong.
it because I do think that.
I feel like Ding
Oh,
Dong and Julian were the only people on or at least Ding Dong's like the only guy on YouTube that actually like cared about that. It was like actually like into that shit.
yeah.
Because like I don't think Game Grumps would do that.
No, definitely not.
I don't think Aaron.
I
What
just.
they just play game. I don't think Aaron's probably beat again in probably like 20 years. And he's on his own time. I
That's
doubt he
probably that
has.
might be true. But yeah, I just the reason I recommend it is because I do think it's like a generally good platformer. It's
Yeah,
not like as interesting story wise or anything, but it's a nice little challenge platformer. You don't have to do it like 100% or anything to like win.
yeah.
100% reward isn't really much of anything either, but I do like that game because I feel like it controls well, and I like how they utilize the characters in terms of like abilities, even if it's kind of random. Like SpongeBob does sponge stuff, but it's really like weird sponge stuff in particular, kind of. Danny does like Danny stuff properly, and then fucking Timmy's like he uses magic, but he uses magic to like get like extendo arms to like slingshot himself, and it's weird, but it's funny.
That's
And
good.
then Patrick's in it. Patrick's like the only the underplayable character, so it's 4 playable characters in that version. It's SpongeBob, Danny, Timmy, and Patrick. He does show up though. He is more plot relevant, but yeah.
Thank God, dude. Yeah, well, you gonna say bye bye to all the people on the video? We'll continue the stream, but just say bye bye, for the series.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
I hope my gameplay was adequate enough for a viewing experience plus
Yeah.
commentary.
Look at us. We're a pretty good Let's Play channel, even though nobody watches it. But maybe one day they will. They'll look back when we're all
One
long
day.
gone and dead, and this will be the last remains of humanity. And you'll get it all from
Yeah,
us.
this is gonna.
You
Yeah,
hear us, hear,
this will be what the aliens remember us by.
hear us talking about Mike Matei, big Mike Matei, God, Inspector Gadget, 10-inch wiener. Ooh, whatever that means.
Yeah.
We do not have wieners, but we do not call them that. We call them schlingons.
Oh, shit.
Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah. This is our
We're
second.
saying goodbye.
Yeah, oh, yeah. This is our second completed game, finished game, probably. Because by the time this comes,
Yeah.
because Silent Hill came up, this came up, and maybe Scott Pilgrim will be next. I don't know. I don't even know how long that game is, but we're doing pretty good. But yeah, bye.